Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode, or whatever you want to call this. I figured some people brought up some good points from my last video that I did on the Diablo 4, that I did on my last video on the Diablo 4 launch event controversy. Like I said, I don't really think it's a controversy, but it does seem like there were some people that were kind of mad, and somebody in the comments, one of the few people that did comment, said that I didn't know what I was talking about. So I figured that I did not articulate my point very well, and I am kind of all over the place sometimes. I'll think of one thing, and I'll start talking about that, and then that will make me think of something else. I'll start talking about that and forget the original point that I was trying to make. And so sometimes, especially I notice this when I go to edit my videos, kind of am all over the place. So maybe this will help clear some things up on why I think this whole controversy is stupid. So, the first point that I made, and I think the most important point that I made, is that the content creators, the streamers, there's plenty of them, they're big, they're popular, they are already going to be grinding the hell out of this game. Now, maybe I'm misinterpreting it, and that people are actually mad, or were mad before this hardcore launch event race was announced, that people were already mad about the fact that if you paid the extra $20 to go from the $70 to the $90 deluxe edition or digital edition, so I think it's the digital edition and then the ultimate edition, that people already were mad about that. So I haven't seemed to have seen that sentiment. To be fair, I'm not on Twitter. I don't really, besides Asmongold's subreddit, I don't really follow. I haven't really seen anything on Reddit, anybody posting about this. I haven't really seen any videos on YouTube. To be fair, I'm also not deep into the Diablo community, so maybe people are mad about this. I know a lot of Diablo 2 fans did not like Diablo 4 from what they played of it. I only got a chance to play the Server Slam. I streamed it on my channel, so I didn't really get a chance to get deep into the game. I also did not pre-order the game when they had the 2 week closed beta, I guess technically it would have been. All the streamers and all the content creators that had those 2 weeks early already had pre-ordered the game, and based on the fact that I saw it yesterday in the Blizzard in the Battle.net client, you can just upgrade your version. So if you bought the standard edition thinking that you were going to get it 4 days early, and then that wasn't the case, you still have that option to upgrade to a higher version. Now, people will say that, oh, that's giving Blizzard another $20, but I don't see people complaining about all these hardcore classic streamers that are giving Blizzard $15 a month to play a super old version of the game. They enjoy the content just like everybody else. I enjoy the content. This game's already been figured out. It hasn't even come out yet. They had 2 weeks, from what I assume. They had the entirety of the game to play. People have already gotten a chance to play the game, and even if all you played was the Server Slam had everything there for you to look at. You could make a character of every single class. You could look through each class's talent trees and things like that to kind of get an idea of what that character and or class is going to do, whatever you want to call it. People have already had a chance to look through all of the achievements and things like that. So people have already had chances to do all this stuff. If they really wanted to do it like a proper beta, they should have had a lot of stuff locked behind things, like just completely, like a different version of the game almost, like very limited. So the other reason, now, unless people are just really pissed off about the fact people get to play the game 4 days early, that could be the case as well. But here's the thing, right? It's not like the hardcore race event was announced before the game, like months ago. It's not like this thing was mentioned months ago. This is just something relatively new that Blizzard has announced as a way to kind of build more hype for the game. They're probably also seeing how popular hardcore WoW is, so they're like, oh, look how popular hardcore classic WoW is. If we just do some kind of hardcore thing for Diablo 4, it's not like this race event was announced like months ago. People have already bought the game. I had already bought the game. Now, I wanted to buy the game because I wanted it early, because I wanted to be able to make content earlier than other people, which is probably what a lot of content creators are going to be doing, which, I mean, my channel's not very big, but hey, you never know. It's that the people have already bought the game. Like, you can't go back and have people unbuy the game. I mean, people have, all the content creators, all the streamers, they bought probably the Ultimate Edition, and actually, I saw a poll on YouTube that asked about this, and I took a screenshot so I could save it for you guys to show that, like, I didn't even buy the most expensive version of the game. I bought just the digital edition, which was still $90. I understand that is a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a lot of people to spend. You know, shit, I didn't want to spend $90. I was hoping the base game would be $60, and then, like, the upgraded version would be like $80 or something. So this was from Don the Crown. It said, Diablo 4 is less than 1 week away now. Which version have you pre-ordered? 4.3 thousand people voted on this poll, and look at what the majority of people bought. Well, a lot of people have, 14% haven't bought anything yet, but the majority of people, 45% of people, bought the Ultimate Edition. Let's go back to the picture that the screenshot that I took, was that 77% of people that did this poll, so 3,311 people out of that 4,300 person poll has already purchased a version of the game that can play 4 days early, that can play on June 1st. So I don't really know why people are so mad about this, to be honest. People have already bought the game. Look, that's 3,300 people that could potentially be the first 100. Another good point is you'll probably never see this statue ever. I mean, are you going to be going to Blizzard headquarters at any point to look at the statue? Maybe they'll post it, you know, a picture of it on somewhere, Twitter, Reddit, I really don't know, Instagram, who knows. That's really it. The sweaty players are already going to be here. The content creators, the streamers, like, there's so many, like, popular streamers. It was already going to happen whether or not there was this hardcore launch event. Essentially, I'm paying for 6 months of WoW sub. Essentially. But after that, I don't have to give Blizzard any more of my money. Now, people will say it's pay to win, but the game itself is not pay to win. This event, this launch event, is pay to win. It's paid to play the game early, which, yes, it is unfortunate that that's the kind of event they're doing, is it's a first to get to something, but, and I'll say this again, if you already had pre-ordered the game, and maybe you got the standard edition thinking that 4 days isn't going to really mean a lot, well, what were people thinking? Like, okay, did it not matter before? Did the having the game 4 days early not matter before this launch event? Like, I'm confused because people are mad. Okay, well, then just don't care about the launch event. I mean, if you care that much about getting the game, or about people having the game early because they spent more money on a higher tiered version of the game so that they can play the game early, which pretty much every single content creator or streamer already did. Even if you don't like Diablo, or like you're like me and you're new to the Diablo franchise, you're buying the game early if you want to make content about it, because you're going to be left in the dust while everybody else is making videos about it. Somebody said that I was defending Blizzard. I'm like, that is definitely not the case. I'm super pissed about the Overwatch 2 situation because the game has just been absolutely destroyed. But yeah, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. Maybe people will make level 100 within those first 4 days. But, as I was saying, I don't really understand why people were so mad about this, and why people were so mad about the video that I made. I think that maybe I didn't articulate my points very well, and I kind of got sidetracked with doing stuff on my computer, so I figured I would do a face-only video for this one, so that I could not lose my train of thought so easily. And the only point that, like I said, that really needed to be made was that streamers and content creators already bought the Ultimate Edition and or the Digital Deluxe Edition, and actually, like I said from the poll, the majority of people, 45% of people from this poll, had bought the Ultimate Edition, which means they gave Blizzard $100. I wasn't willing to do that. Plus the extra bonuses from the Ultimate Edition are pay to win. Those 20 tier skips, that's pay to win. Not getting the game 4 days early, which already was technically pay to win, although technically that's really only if you cared about PvP before this hardcore event. So now people are complaining about it being pay to win because of this hardcore event, which, to be fair, people might have already been complaining about it being pay to win because people got the game 4 days early. If you bought one of the higher tiered editions, the Digital Deluxe Edition or the Ultimate Edition, which I understand that, but that is not pay to win. That's pay to play the game early. Pay to win is buying a fucking boost to max level. That's pay to win. Paying for an increased experience boost. That's pay to win. Paying to get gear or weapons that are way better than something you could earn in game. That would take you a long time to earn in game. That's pay to win. Getting the game 4 days early is not pay to win. Somebody mentioned that there are people like me that are I think it was giving Blizzard my money, or defending Blizzard. I definitely do not defend Blizzard. I think that this is a cool game that looks good, and I think Asmongold said it best. If you're gonna be spending the $70 and you can't get 70 hours out of the game, which is $1 an hour, then don't buy the game. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching, and have a good afternoon, morning, or night, whatever it is for you.